Do you know that in one scene of SpongeBob, there's a clip that contains hidden meaning?
The sky had a baby from my cereal box! Squidward! Squidward, the sky had a baby!
Yes, this scene refers to the atomic bomb, also known as Little Boy. You know Bikini Bottom, the place where SpongeBob lives? The name was taken from this place, Bikini Atoll, a ring-shaped island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Yes, Bikini Atoll is famous for having undergone nuclear tests here. You can see the basin in the corner of this island. This basin did not occur naturally, but is a result of the tremendous nuclear explosion detonated by America in 1954, known as Operation Castle Bravo. This nuclear explosion was a hydrogen bomb with a power of 15 megatons, TNT, 1,000 times the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. The explosion cloud soared as high as 40 kilometers with a radius of 100 kilometers in less than 10 minutes, and continued to expand at a speed of 100 meters per second. This caused all their equipment to be destroyed, and the crew who remotely detonated the explosion had to stay in bunkers for several hours before being evacuated. They remotely detonated from New Island, which is about 100 kilometers away from the explosion point, not expecting the explosion to reach there. Making the situation worse, the explosion cloud in the sky contained radioactive elements carried by the wind, contaminating the entire Marshall Islands. The most affected were those on Long Lap Island, where there were quite a few inhabitants. Some even mistook the fallout for snow, but it was actually deadly ash rain. Let's discuss the history. On August 6, 1945, the first atomic bomb, named Little Boy, was dropped on Hiroshima, instantly leveling the city. 3 days later, on August 9th, the second atomic bomb, named Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki, also resulting in total devastation. The destruction in these two cities led to Japan's surrender, effectively ending World War II. The whole world cheered as the war came to an end. It's frightening to imagine that just one bomb can destroy an entire city and cause the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. It's crucial to note that the terrifying aspect of atomic bombs isn't just the explosion itself, but also the radiation. The explosion is followed by nuclear radiation residue contaminating the land, air, and surrounding objects. When we come into contact with this radiation, it can cause a deadly illness called acute radiation syndrome, ARS. This disease lasts for years because even those who survive eventually suffer from radiation-induced cancer, and babies are born with disabilities due to genetic mutations, so it's unimaginable how traumatizing Japan's experience with the atomic bomb is. Unfortunately, this condition went unnoticed for a while, because from 1945 to 1952, America launched Operation Blacklist to occupy Japan and silence all media from reporting about the atomic bomb's effects, which turned out to be more horrifying than just its explosion. You should know that the nuclear tests conducted in Bikini Atoll were not just once or twice, but 23 times. You can imagine the fate of plants and animals there. It's even rumored that marine animals experienced genetic mutations due to radiation. This might have inspired the SpongeBob cartoon.
Cereal box! Squidward!
The native people of Bikini eventually had to move to Kili Island, which is not as beautiful as their homeland, Bikini Atoll. Their descendants can only hear about the beauty of Bikini Island from their elders' stories.